Shocking new data from the Pentagon reveals the leading cause of death for active duty U.S. soldiers is suicide, and it is by a devastating amount. Soldiers are 9 times more likely to die by suicide than in combat. In the 5 years from 2014 to 2019, there were 96 combat deaths among active duty soldiers. The number for suicide deaths, 883. So now the question is, what needs to be done to stop this deadly trend? Joining me now is veteran attorney and former Missouri Secretary of State Jason Kander. He is also author of the book Invisible Storm, a soldier's memoir of politics and PTSD. It's good to have you on the program. I mean, these statistics are shocking and disturbing to hear for us on the outside. But are you surprised?
I'm not surprised. Thanks for having me back on, Chris. Thanks for talking about this. I'm not surprised because when you look at one of the better known statistics that's been out there for a while that your viewers are probably familiar with, it's that on average every day in the United States, 22 American veterans take their lives. The statistic that is less likely to be known is that within that 22, on average, 16 of those veterans are not connected to any specific form of veteran services at the time that that happens. So they're not receiving any veteran-specific services at the time that they take their life. And so that's sort of the consistent thread through veteran and active duty suicide, is that when someone is not receiving services, they're much more likely to be isolated, much more likely to die by suicide. Now, at the same time, as wild as it may sound for me to say this, there are actually positives in some of these findings. For instance, the per capita rate of suicide among veterans is going down. It's not going down anywhere near where it should, but it is going down. But when you compare combat deaths to suicides, what you have to remember is that the op tempo, the deployment tempo, the amount of combat that American service members are engaged in has been going down over the last several years. And in a lot of ways, for me personally, when I look at these numbers, what I see is that a great majority of these suicides could be classified as combat deaths if they are related to post-traumatic stress sustained during deployments that hasn't been treated.
So last September, the Defense Secretary outlined the Pentagon's strategy to prevent deaths, including improving access to mental health counseling and incentives for a safe storage of firearms. But what can really be done beyond that? How much progress do you think can be made realistically? Where's hell?
Yeah, I'll give you a few things. And what they really start with is something that I believe is already beginning right now, which is the VA and the Defense Department beginning to work together. Because obviously VA has been working on this because of the veteran suicide issue for quite some time. And so for them to start working together is huge. In the same way that it's really important that they work together in the way people separate from the service. A lot of people don't realize that when you separate from the service, it's not like you automatically get enrolled in the VA. It doesn't work that way at all. In fact, in a lot of ways, it's a lot more difficult than when you change insurance companies and you have to go find a new doctor and that sort of thing. It's actually a lot more difficult than that, and it shouldn't be. But in the same sort of pursuit of trying to have those two agencies work together, now they need to work together in the reverse way so that the VA can work with DOD on these issues. And I believe personally that this needs to start much earlier in the process. When you go into the military, it doesn't matter what branch you're in. When you go into basic training, in addition to learning how to shoot, move, communicate, all the sort of soldier or airman or sailor or Marine stuff that you're supposed to learn, you also learn all sorts of other stuff. You get briefings on, policies and procedures. You get briefings on, sexual harassment in the workplace, all of this sort of thing. What we don't do anywhere near enough is educate new members of the military on what post-traumatic stress looks like, what suicidality or suicidal ideation looks like. If we were to actually conduct this training, what we would have are a lot more, as we would call it in the military, safety officers. When you go on a range, a firing range in the military, you're briefed. Everybody out here is a safety officer. You don't have to look for somebody else for safety. If you see something unsafe, you can stop the range. We need to do the same thing with mental health. We need to start training service members about mental health, how to spot it in themselves and their battle buddies from the moment they get into the service.
Jason Kander, it is so good to have you back on the program. This is so important. I'm Unfortunately, sure, we will speak again, but we have to keep this in the public eye. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
If you or someone you know is in crisis, help is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can call or text the National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline 988, or you can text HOME to 741-741.